I'm Evelyn Bradley, and today on Worth Our Salt, we're at Brackley Farm. Today we're making Kheer. This is Worth Our Salt. So we're here in the barn. I've got Jahan and Ronak here with us, as well as Mark and now Barry. Kind of give us an intro into dairy farming. This is the closest I've been to dairy cows ever. And so can you just tell me how many cows we're actively looking at behind us here?
There's 50 cows. Altogether, we probably have a little over 100 animals together, besides baby calves.
So what time would you say your day starts over here? Every morning?
Oh,
5:30.
Ooh. And so you're up 5:30, milking cows.
well, we have.
Well, we say we are.
You're up having a coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. Snow, rain, doesn't matter.
No,
Cows, twice a day.
cows twice a day. And they don't take a break at Christmas Day either. No.
They don't get holiday?
So if they don't get a holiday, we don't get a holiday.
Wow.
So it's 365.
Because I'm assuming that people don't milk cows by hand anymore, right? Is that like a safe assumption?
That's a safe assumption, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do
There's
you-
milk machines there.
I want to milk it by hand. I know that that's not how it's done anymore, but I feel like I'm intrigued at the concept of milking a cow by hand. Yeah, so tell me what I'm
so I
doing.
guess just like you're squeezing yogurt out of a yogurt tube. Just
Okay.
go down
Okay.
and up, and yep, you got milk for your coffee.
Look at that. Can I drink it?
Yep.
Like actually?
Yep.
Please wait. Yeah, it's milking my coffee. That's cool. All right, can I get up now? Okay. Oh yeah, you can see it going in.
It's the milk.
Oh wow, okay. That's so much more efficient than me standing there like with a bucket by hand.
Yeah. That's why we can milk 50 cows.
And so when it goes through this pipe here, does it go straight into a tank or does it go through a filter?
Goes through
Or
a filter, yeah,
Okay.
and a plate cooler to cool the milk down a bit
Okay,
before
yeah.
going into a bulk tank.
okay, a bulk tank. Okay,
Like a brewery.
Like a
tank.
brewery tank.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Except for instead of beer or like wine, it's got milk in it.
Not as much fun. And yeah, the cow's milked.
Okay. So I'm super intrigued as to where the milk is now. So you were saying it's in a tank. So can you take me so we can
I'll take
check
you
out the
in there,
tank?
For sure.
Cool.
The truck driver's here this morning to pick up.
Okay. Oh, is that goes through that little pump
Yeah.
there? It pumps out
the
through there?
hose and pumps it off, yeah.
Okay. Sitting on the porch a little bit earlier when we saw the truck come up, and I was talking to John and Ronak about it. I was like, where is the milk getting pumped out of? So that tracks that there's a hole inside the wall.
Just a port.
Yeah.
So then we have milk testing.
Okay.
They're all Bluetooth. Each cow is numbered out there.
Yep.
After she's done milking, press the confirm button. It goes, the weight goes to the computer in the office.
Oh, okay.
You can take a sample of each cow,
Oh,
and,
cool.
and she takes the weight off and measures.
So you know exactly what you're getting from each cow, and it's all
Yeah.
digital.
So
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
Okay.
So we're not paid by our volume of milk, that our liters of milk actually.
Okay.
It's all the fats.
They take a test each time they pick up the milk
Oh, okay. Okay.
of each tank.
Oh.
And then they test that to see what our fat is and our protein is.
Okay. Do they tell you if somebody else is pumping out like a higher fat content or a higher
They
protein
don't
content?
really tell you now, but
You know, but they'll compare your provincial average to
Yeah.
your farm.
Understand that like technology has also evolved when it comes to like farming and milking cows and things like that, but it's so fascinating to hear you say, oh yeah, it's a Bluetooth and it all shoots the information to the computer, we can read it. I don't know why I thought you were like with a notepad.
The stereotyping of a farmer today, it's still fucking straw hat, and
Oh yeah.
it's a hard time changing that stereotype.
you're
Right.
saying that we look dumb to the population.
Yeah.
Well, and people think that though. People, right? They don't
Yeah.
think of you
Yeah.
as using Bluetooth to track and to record and to
Yeah.
like, right? Like,
Yeah.
they
Well,
would
dumb
assume-
people still use Bluetooth, but
That's true. So we're here with Jahan and Ronak, and we're gonna get started on our amazing kheer. We've got the milk from the cows, and we're just gonna kind of get started here. So I'm looking at rice and a bunch of other things. Does somebody wanna walk me through what we're getting ready to do?
So a little bit of history about kheer. Kheer it's a rice pudding that almost every culture has, but it's in different forms. It's an adaptation of what the Persians left behind in India. And there's a Sanskrit word to it, which is mainly talking about milk. So boiling down milk with either millets or some sort of a starch or a grain is what gives you kheer.
Okay. What kind of rice is this? Because this isn't like my normal rice cooker rice.
So we're using short grain rice for kheer. That's ideally what you want, because you want a starchier rice that will bleed the starch out into the milk and thicken it.
And then we're gonna wash this rice, right?
That's right. So you want to get some of that excessive starch out.
Okay, so we're just gonna wash this till it runs clear, and then we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And about how many washes do you think it'll take?
3.
Perfectly spot on. It's like, how many times have you done this? So this is gonna soak for about 20 minutes.
That softens the rice a little bit, the grain.
Can you walk me through what we're looking at here? Because I'm looking at a lot of spices, and I only know what some of them are. Cardamom pods.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I have no idea what everything else is.
So you've got pistachios.
Okay.
You've got saffron on that end.
Okay.
And sugar all the way towards the corner, some apples.
And then what kind of nuts are these?
Those are almonds. So blanched almonds that are sliced. The kheer ends up being really rich because it's milk.
Yep.
Decadent, right? So we want to cut it with something that's acidic or nutty.
Okay.
And that's why we add nuts.
Some of the nuts? Okay. Perfect. And then these are edible flowers. We're gonna eat these.
We are. Some of them are super tasty. Like this guy over here is nice and tart. One of my favorites. It's a nasturtium.
A nasturtium?
Nasturtium, yeah.
Cool. All right, so while that rice is soaking, what are we gonna do with that milk?
We are going to start reducing it. What we generally want to do is you want to take, I'm going to say this in percentages because it's easier that way.
Okay.
If it's 100% milk, you're going to take 5% rice and 10% sugar.
Okay.
So it's not a super complicated recipe.
And then do we need the lid for this, or do we stir it for now?
No, you have to. We have to constantly stir this for like 30 minutes.
Because you don't want your milk to scorch at the bottom. If it scorches, it burns. That's going to spoil your kheer. In India, you'll find lots of traditional sweet makers who've got these huge vessels, almost like woks, and they're constantly stirring milk.
Yes, this constant like low temp stirring of cream.
My grandmother would, for special occasions, she would make this, and she would stand there for a good hour and a half and slowly just keep stirring. And she'd be like, "Don't touch it. I need to pray. Once I pray and bless this, that's when we can eat it." So it was like it was a very, very auspicious meal. But now we make it as often as possible.
My wife is Italian, and one of the things that they do is something a little bit like this, but they put the sugar in right now. You're not going to do that. You're going to wait and put the sugar in later.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sugar is hygroscopic, so it's going to release a lot of moisture, it's going to draw out a lot of moisture, and it'll give you the perfect consistency that you would want.
So we've switched places here. I'm the stirrer, but as I'm stirring,
I'm gonna crush some cardamom pods.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add rice first. Probably the spices and the nuts is the last thing that will go in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like cardamom is what makes your pumpkin spice taste like pumpkin spice. It's what makes your, muffins taste like muffins, and it's what makes chai taste like chai, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
As I said before, it's like the vanilla of the East.
Yeah. So I have to ask, why PEI?
I started my journey in India as a flight attendant, worked there for 6 years.
Wow.
Moved to San Francisco because food was my passion, trained under some really, really good chefs, worked there, came back to India, met this beautiful woman, and then we decided, you know what, we should gamble again, we should move.
Okay.
And I came to PEI to study, she followed me. It's got lots of peace. We come from a really big city where there's too many people, it's bustling.
Yeah.
And this just calms us.
Yeah.
So the thing with any spice is that a little goes a long way.
Okay.
And I think we've got like, what, 5 pods of cardamom?
4 pods of cardamom? Yeah.
So you just want to control the amount that goes in. Because you can always add more, or you can never take it out. Right. So
I think we're ready to add the rice right now. So I'm just gonna
drain the water off?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stir.
Yes.
I've taken some of the rice paper. What we're going to do is we're going to deep fry this.
Okay.
And get like a nice crunchy layer. So we'll use this as a garnish later on.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, I'm just going to take one of these oranges and cut segments out of it.
Okay.
Segments?
Because people love segments in their food.
Okay.
I've always wanted to create something that's different. Like, people love nostalgia.
Yeah.
And if you can recreate something that they love, give it to them in a different format, it just creates a good experience.
I come from the southern United States where rice pudding is very popular. And so when we started talking about it today and I saw the cardamom and I saw all the nuts, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like kind of like the rice pudding I remember eating like at my grandma's house, but with a twist, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, every culture on the planet has a form of rice pudding.
So perfectly segmented oranges there. Do you want the apples next?
Yes, I'm gonna dice up the apples, so then we have two different versions of this.
I see you're keeping a watchful eye to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. I love it. I love the silent watching, right? The second I don't stir this correctly, you're gonna watch her pop me under the thing if I...
It burns easily. That's the only thing that
Yeah, I completely am at your will. So tell me if you think it's burning.
Perfect. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
It smells so fantastic. And in my childhood, when I was sitting in the other room and I would smell this, I knew that something good was going to happen that day.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is now super thick.
Yes.
And right now would be a good time for you to add sugar.
Sugar.
If you don't like it too sweet, you can always pull back on the sugar. We like our desserts super sweet. All right, so while you guys are doing that, I have a little pot with some oil in there. As I mentioned earlier, we're just gonna fry up some of these rice papers.
Oh, wow.
So a small piece would turn into a big one.
That took seconds.
So I'm gonna take pistachios. I'm going to put some of this on top of it.
Okay.
So that it sticks on and it gives me some contrast in color.
Okay.
So this is going to be a couple of layers.
So I can come to your side here and I
Perfect.
can sprinkle, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's perfect. It kind of made a little bowl out of it.
And as you can see, like our kheer is beautifully thickened.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put some nuts in there?
Yes,
Yes.
please. Some pistachios. And I have a family that's split in opinion.
Okay.
Half of us like it cold. The
Oh.
other half like it hot.
Because I like it hot and he
See?
likes it cold.
What?
Yeah. Before I forget,
Oh, yes.
we can also add some saffron in here. It's going to bleed a little bit of color, make everything bright. It'll also add like a nice aroma to it. I mean, it's a flower, right? At the end of the day, it's the sigma of a flower.
Right.
All right. I think we're at a stage where we can plate this up.
Okay,
right?
I'm excited.
I mean, you can add some chopped nuts.
Okay.
A little bit of pistachio, a little bit of almond. We're going to take one of these pieces of rice paper, put it on top.
Ooh.
A few orange segments.
Okay.
And we will finish this with some edible flowers.
Oh, this is fancy.
Yeah. I mean, why not treat ourselves at home as well?
Yeah.
Right? We've got some purple ones. Yeah. And that's our dish.
That's gorgeous.
Why not try a version with apples since we've got apple season right now?
Yes.
So we'll do the same thing. And the reason behind adding something like apples or oranges into this is the acidity will cut against all of that richness.
Okay.
Why don't you grab
Okay.
a spoon? Try each one of them and tell me what you think about it.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
I'm glad you like it.
The orange is really good.
Round two. Begin.
I'm stretching. This is the one with the apple slices and the almonds. It sounds so fun. Apples are better. It's so good. It's so good like this. Make some more for them, and then I'm gonna take that pot home. So we're here with Denise and Barry, and of course Mark is back with us, and we're just gonna try this.
It's very good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 3 ingredients.
Oh, and what goes in it?
Milk, rice, and sugar.
Milk, rice, and sugar.
Cardamom.
Sugar,
Yeah.
cardamom,
And flowers.
and flowers, and oranges, and apples.
What's the bow
Brackley.
tie mean? Does it mean anything?
No, I just think it's funny to be in a bow tie on a farm.
I thought it meant something.
No, it's not like a symbol for like success or anything. Like it's not like I'm like a cartoon character. And I just want to thank both of you, actually, all of you, for letting us here today and letting us come and enjoy your beautiful property and make beautiful things out of your ingredients. I love it.
Thanks for coming again. Bring it this.
Yeah. Bring us again. If we come with this again, we can come back. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.